This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everyone. So we are waiting for people to come in and just give everyone a 1 to 3 minutes while getting everybody to join the conference. Shall we start?
Yeah, we good.
Shall we? Okay, let's start. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to this webinar. So we are organizing a series of webinars together with collaborating with SIDEC. To introduce you Amazon Global Sellings. And for today, the first events of this series that we will talk about how to grow your local e-commerce businesses and expand to the US. So nice to see everyone virtually over here. And I hope that you will feel these sessions to be useful for the next 1 hour. And I'm your host today. My name is Yiling. So I am from Amazon Global Selling team. And our team goal here is to help businesses from anywhere in the world to launch a global businesses. So we treat every one of the Amazon customer around the world and also building the international brand. Together with me today, I have my colleague here, Rin, Abel, Serene, and also online to answer everybody questions regarding selling on Amazon.com. So before that, I would like to introduce Iguan to do the opening for the sessions. And after that, I will share about what is cross-border e-commerce and how to sell on selling Amazon.com. And after that, the last part, we will hand over to Casey, our seller ambassador, to share about his selling journey with Amazon.
Okay.
So we will encourage you to share with us your questions at the Q&A box, and we will try our best to answer you along the sessions. And we will also allocate some of the time, 15 minutes at the last part of this today's session, so that we were able to address it as well. So Iguan, over it to you now.
Okay, thank you, Yiling. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Yiling, for the opening welcome. So, firstly, I would like to wish welcome everyone on board to our today's talk on the grow your business and expand to the US by Amazon. So, basically, today's event we will move for only 1 hour. So, please lend your ears to our speakers today because this session will be a very good session that can help to grow your. Maybe you can help to expand your business for overseas. Okay, before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ikwan. I am from SIDEC. So maybe some of you have met me before, and maybe some of you are new here. So, today, I will share a little introduction about SIDEC. Okay, I will share my screen first. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen.
We're looking at the Facebook now.
Yeah. Just clicking it. Sorry. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes.
All right. Okay, before that, maybe I can see that there are quite a few participants or a lot of participants also come from SIDEC, come from our SIDEC program before. So SIDEC before this are called Selangor IT and Digital Economic Corporation, and in the early year 2021, we have rebranded to Selangor IT and Digital Economic Corporation. So in the year 2021, in the final year 2021, we have rebranded to the SIDEC, and we have generated up to five programs, which is the Selangor SAP program, Selangor Smart City program, Selangor eBazaar, Malaysia Top E-commerce Award, and also the Selangor e-commerce onboarding program. So you can see here there are 5 programs, but there are a lot more of other programs that are coming from SIDEC. And as you can see, here are the ecosystem and target audience. Okay, here are the ecosystem and target audience. So there are 3 entities, as you can see here, who are the program that are SIDEC targeting. So the SIDEC first one is the e-commerce. Moving forward is the startups, and also finally is the SME. So the e-commerce is as the platform for startup to improve the sales and simplify the business process, while the SME will need the startup to help them as a TSP for to have that in the cloud accounting area, CRM, business insight, and also for digital marketing. Likewise, the SME also will help the startup to save costs and increase efficiency and generate extra income. Okay, these are the 3 stages of the entrepreneurial cultivation, which are the program that are coming from SIDEC. So the first phase that SIDEC will generate is the talent skilling, upskilling and reskilling. So the first phase is the phase which we develop in order for you to reskill or to upskill you before we move you to the second phase, which is the adoption and onboarding phase. And finally, we will move to the branding and scaling inspiring success stories. So basically, these are the 3 phases that SIDEC will face in order to develop our program. So the program I will explain later. Okay, what are the e-commerce programs, or what are the programs that we have been running before? So basically the first program that we are currently running, concurrently with this program is the Selangor e-commerce education. So maybe some of you have attended our SIDEC EC class before. So in this year, we have rebranded our free e-commerce class to the Selangor e-commerce education, where we have come up with 5 modules. And you can see that they are step by step, from introduction, moving to product planning, marketing and promotion tools, reach engage more customers through live streaming, and also finally we also develop a new module, which is the future of digital transformation. So this program is a good program, which a good initiative from the Selangor State Government, a free class for you to adopt e-commerce and to know more about digitalization. So if you are yet to register for this program, you can still register in our website and at www.sidec.com.my/ec-education, as you can see down here. Next is the Selangor e-commerce onboarding program. So the Selangor e-commerce onboarding program is the program where we give 100 merchants a free website and a free web store for free for 2 years. So this program is quite a very good initiative also from the government. So if you are sellers out there, especially Selangor seller, if you have your own product and you are currently selling through your shop, through your business, and also through your Facebook. And if you are looking for to have your own website, you can apply for this program. Also at our SIDEC website, you can tune into our SIDEC website. Okay, next is the Jelajah Usahawan Digital Selangor. So the Jelajah Usahawan Digital Selangor is actually the program where we will move to the places outside of the urban area or at the rural area and at the rural area, so that we can bring the e-commerce ecosystem to the districts outside of the main urban area. So as for our series one, we have passed another one month ago and Gombak, which was officiated by our Menteri Besar Selangor, Datuk Seri Amiruddin Syari. So the program was attended by around 200 to 250%. So upcoming we have another series 2 at the Hulu Selangor, and if you are near to the place at the Batang Kali, you can attend, because you can meet our own vendors and partner agency such as Shopee, Lazada, JNT, Hijrah Selangor, because they will open their booth at the program. Okay, two items. This is the second last, which is the Malaysia Top E-commerce Merchant Award. So if you are currently an e-commerce merchant, and if you are looking forward to have a recognition to grow your branding, you can participate in this program, because the Malaysia Top E-commerce Merchant Awards are the biggest program that recognize e-commerce merchants in Malaysia. This is the first one. So we know that the product that are top in the Shopee and Lazada, such as the Nike shoes or the air fryer, but do we know who are the sellers behind the product? So if you are participating in this program, we will evaluate you based on your marks, based on your website, based on your sales, and then maybe you will be announced as the next Malaysia Top E-commerce merchant. And apart from that, we also have programs for startups. Apart from e-commerce program, we also have programs for startups, such as the SAP program, Selangor SAP program, and also Push at Selangor series. So SAP program, I believe that many participants here have known about our SAP program. This is the place for the new startup to be nurtured for a 3 months intensive program, because we will make you ready to be market products and be investment ready. And moving forward is the Selangor SA program. We already opened the application. You may apply in our WhatsApp group info, or you can tune into also to our Facebook. Apart from that, we also have program for SME, such as the SME arrangement workshop, and also SME digital accelerator program. Finally, we also have grant where we will provide 5,000 ringgit Malaysia for any companies out there in Selangor that want to adopt digitalization. So they basically, this grant work as the matching grant. So the maximum is the 5,000 ringgit only for each merchant. So if you want to buy or you want to adopt the digitalization that price around 10,000 ringgit, you only need to pay 5,000 ringgit, and another 5,000 ringgit is supported by the Selangor state government. So here are the area that you may apply your grant, which is the e-commerce, HR and payroll system, cloud accounting tax, digital marketing, and also ecosystem. So this grant will be announced soon, either maybe around October or in around September. So stay tuned also in our Facebook. And then finally is the Selangor e-Bazaar campaign, which is the program that we give 1 million ringgit to each Shopee and Lazada, where will be utilized by the Selangor seller, in order for them to buy the shopper they want to shop through their shop. So you can see that last time in the Selangor e-Bazaar Raya, the total seller up to 134,000 and have generated up to total sales to 65 million ringgit. So bring up the repay effect of about 954 million. We are hoping that the Selangor e-Bazaar will continue this year, so that there are a lot more other merchants that can get benefit by the Selangor state government. Okay, I think last but not least, this is the Selangor Smart City and Digital Economy Convention. The Selangor Smart City Digital Economy Convention is or we call SIDEC, is an annual program that are launched every year around October to November, and this is the last year program where we invited Datuk Siti Nurhaliza. We have officiated an MOU between us and CTDK. So in this year, basically the idea behind the SIDEC is we want to promote the businesses in the Selangor, and we also would like to boost the businesses in Selangor to the Asian. So we are hoping to boost the Asian market, to penetrate the Asian market this year. And the ticket to attend the digital the Selangor Smart City will be open every July, because the program will be held in between October after November. But for this year, maybe we are launching on October, so you may attend, because we will do the Smart City, whether in KLCC or in the Selangor area only. So I think that's all for my introduction from SIDEC. And maybe some of you that are currently just joining, so this talk is on the global left, on the Amazon Global Business Selling. So please lend your ears to our speakers later, and we are hoping that you are still fresh for our session later. Okay, Yiling, back to you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ikwan. Okay, I will take over from now. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so for today, like what I shared earlier, I will share with you the introduction to cross-border e-commerce and what is it about and why we should start cross-border e-commerce, and some of the tips and the common misconceptions about it. And after that, I will share about why do you want to sell on Amazon and how you should start link with Amazon.com. And the last part will be leave it to Casey Wong to share about his sharing journey. And I understand that there is quite a few questions that coming in asking about the deck will be shared over. So we are live on the SIDEC Facebook page. You can always hit over there to replay for the watch to watch for the replay. And nevertheless, we will also sending you an email for the recording and some of the material and resources that we have been sharing during these sessions as well. So please note that this session is actually recorded and we will be sending you after that. If you have any questions, we are strongly recommend you to just type in into your Q&A boxes and we will address it accordingly. Okay. So I think for now, I will start with what is cross-border e-commerce. So you will be very familiar with what is domestic e-commerce, which is the seller and customers are in the same country. However, at Amazon, we promote cross-border e-commerce, which is refer to the business model in which sellers are from different countries buy and sell the product to an online marketplace such as Amazon to overseas customers. If you look at the traditional pattern, the export process starts from the factory to exporter, to importer, to wholesaler, to retailer, and then finally to end consumer. E-commerce, however, it aims to connect the sellers directly with the end users, keeping through all the middlemen. So cross-border e-commerce actually remove all the complexity of the traditional export method. So do you know that what is the differences between traditional B2B export and the new cross-border e-commerce model? So in the past, export model tend to be offline centric, challenging to control the pricing cost and not able to interact with the end consumer. However, with the new e-commerce cross-border introduced, you are able to grow your business differently. With that, you are able to control the price and you will have the access to connect with the direct customer and get to know their feedback and the market trend. Besides that, you have the capability to build your own branding. Then the next question is, why you should start the cross-border e-commerce with Amazon.com, especially on the US marketplace. So as you can see from this chart, US is the birthplace of the Amazon, and it has the largest numbers of the Prime members. In this state, there is a 313 of million internet users and 250 million users that connected to the shop online. Amazon is the number one choices for US consumer to shop online shoppings, and the trend is still continue to growing in the US states right now. So that is some of the common myths about cross-border e-commerce. I'm going to share with you the 5 points. So the first one is always like, I cannot do a cross-border e-commerce if I don't have the warehouse aboard, which is not true, as you don't need to have an overseas warehouse for a cross-border e-commerce. However, it's an advantage for having it. The warehouse aboard is not only that customer place the order, the goods can be actually delivered from the local warehouse instead of the Malaysia. However, this will be shorten the waiting time for consumer and serve for the delivery fee. However, self-built warehouses overseas are very costly for the sellers like you, and is more convenient that the option to use this fulfillment by Amazon, which we call it FBA. In this way, when the goods are shipped aboard, they are the first store in the Amazon overseas warehouses. That's when customer place the order, Amazon will pick the goods from the warehouses and deliver directly to the customers. So seller can also using our seller center to check the delivery status of the goods. And with the FBA, seller no longer have to find and coordinate with the local express company in the selling country by themselves, which reduce the seller's workload. Casey, which is our seller ambassador later, will share more about his experience on FBA as well. So the myth number 2, I cannot do a cross-border e-commerce if I'm not a brand owner. So even if you don't have a factory or you own brand, as long as you have a good product selection capability and familiar with the consumer in the targeted country that you want to sell, understand their needs and familiar with the product supply chain, you have the options and potential to do a cross-border e-commerce. Of course, if you want to establish your own brand, Amazon also provide you a special services like IP accelerator, brand registries, and together with the transparency. Moving to the third one, only e-commerce professionals can do well in cross-border e-commerce, which is not quite true. We believe that everyone starting very small. So Amazon have professional training courses to help you to ramp up on your knowledges to engage in cross-border e-commerce. So from choosing a targeted country, product selections, and step-by-step guide on how to set up your Amazon store, you can engage with us through our live webinar like this one, and also the events that we've been doing it very frequently. You can also send us a message on Facebook page to check out. And the least one, you will have all the resources to leverage from our seller university. So from there, you will actually to scale up from starting small to become a professional and very actively and know how to selling through the Amazon itself. When it comes to the fourth one, so people would think that only retailer and the wholesaler can be the seller through e-commerce, cross-border e-commerce. So the answer is no, actually, because the individual sellers can do so as long as you have the products that can be sold. You can learn on how to select the products and build your own brand. There is many ways that you can sell through on Amazon, be it that you are a reseller or brand owner, and some of the other ways to do so. So the last one that I'm going to share with you is, You cannot do the cross-border e-commerce without an overseas bank account. So the answer is no as well. The seller can choose to use the cross-border payment services that is compliant and approved by Amazon, and to set up the deposit account in your Amazon seller account. Once you set up that, Amazon will automatically settle the payment to the seller deposit account. So on the second series of this event, which we are going to happen on 16th of June, we will have World First, which is a cross-border payment service provider, to share with you more detail about how to receive the payments from your cross-border e-commerce selling. So after I'll be sharing with you all about what is cross-border e-commerce and why do we want to do so, I'm going to share with you like what is Amazon Global Selling doing and why you should sell on Amazon. So we are one of the largest business units that help sellers from anywhere in the world to launch a global businesses, reach Amazon customer around the world and building the international brands. So Amazon hope to support the Malaysian seller like you to start exporting and increase your current export business, assisting you in growing your cross-border e-commerce opportunities. So as you can see, we have a very huge footprint around the world. We have around like 21 of the physical present in the countries, 300 million of active customers around the world, and together with 200 million of Prime members. So together with that, we also have 185 plus of the FBA fulfillment center across the world as well. So for this year, we have launched a very new, exciting new seller incentive, which is a suite of the benefit that worth more than 50,000 potential benefits in value. The main purpose of this is to help new seller like you to ease the cost and risk in your initial selling journey on Amazon, especially on the US marketplace. So what is this about? I'm going to share with you what is exactly this about. It actually consists of 3 elements throughout this incentive program to help the new seller to have a perfect launch on the Amazon store. Speed actually matters, and the first 90 days are the most important and the critical parts to establish your marketing, fulfillment price, and other practices to help you to accelerate your performance beyond your launch. So the first element in this program is to grow your brand. New seller who identify as a brand owner with Amazon brand registry within the 6 months when you launch your store, create listing, send your products to the FBA inventory and make it available for sales, you can enjoy the benefit of the 5% bonus up to $1 million in eligible branded sales, as well as other benefits like Amazon Wine and Amazon Transparency. Second part is to scale your business through the fulfillment by Amazon FBA. Send your inventory to FBA between 12 months. Once you've listed, you will be granted the benefit as 100 credits for using the Amazon Partner Career Program, or 200 credit for using the Amazon Global Logistics for inbound shipping fees. And you will have the auto enrollment in FBA new selections. I will be going through with you what is that about on my next slide. And the last one is actually how you can reach to more customers with the Amazon ads by promoting your products and the listings. So with that, you can sign up and benefit from the sponsored products through with the 200 limit. If you want to know more about what is this incentive in more details, you can scan the QR code on this slide. So what is FBA new selection program? Like part of the new seller incentive program, you will have the auto enrollment into our FBA new selection, which is providing you a free monthly storage, liquidations, and returning process for the new to FBA products. So the next questions will be, how do you want to start with it? I'm going to share with you like a 15 days plans on how to kickstart your selling journey on Amazon. So for example, this is the plan that to just give you an overview of the idea on how you should start from a week 1 to week 7, because so for the week 1 is a very important for you to understand that the regulations and the US law of the product that you plan to sell, and get all the documents ready. So when it comes to weeks 2, you can register account with us, and also getting an approval from some of the product categories that need approval from Amazon itself. When it comes to week 3, you can do like listing and set up your A+ content with us, and so on. Week 4, week 5 is something that you can start preparing your products, set up your listing, and send it to our fulfillment center. So by that, you can, by the following week, you can actually start, once your product reaching to our FBA center worldwide, then you will able to start to selling and make your first sales. After that, you will able to see how is your business performing through our seller center. So these are the slides to give you understanding that what you can sell on Amazon. There's a lot of categories that products that Amazon can choose to sell. It's split up by the 3 categories. One is categories that doesn't require to approval from us, and the second one is actually subcategories that need certain approval, and the last one is actually that you need an approval from us. So you have to very aware of this, but all this information is very easily that you can find it on our website, which is sell.amazon.com. So the last part of this presentation is about how you want to get started. So we will strongly recommend you here is to do the registrations for an account with sell.amazon.com and prepare all the documents you need for the account registrations. For example, the bank account, chargeable credit card, and your government ID and NRIC, tax information, and together with your phone number. So if you want to get the support from us, you can always follow us and chat with us through our Facebook over here, email to us, and also you can watch all the videos that from our Seller University to get more resources. Thank you so much for your attention, and now I can hand over to Casey for your sharing.
Hey, hello everyone. Good morning. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Okay, I'm Casey. I'm from Penang, Bukit Mertajam, and today I'll talk about why I choose Amazon and the pro and cons and using the FBA, which is a fulfillment center by Amazon. Just now in the chat box, a lot of you are asking, can I choose not to use a fulfillment service? But my suggestion is that all my sales are coming from fulfillment by Amazon. Okay, I don't ship from my place direct to US. Okay, first of all, it's because of the shipping fee. And the second one is imagine if you are a buyer, if you are a customer, when you shop in Lazada and you shop in Shopee, would you prefer to buy from a local seller or would you prefer to buy from a seller that ship from overseas. Obviously, we will pick the local seller because it's faster and it's kind of like more trustable, right? So same as this FBA service, because when you use the FBA service, you actually place your inventory in the Amazon warehouse, and when Amazon receive the order, they will ship for you and they will provide the customer service for you. So from the customer base in US, buying from FBA is like buying from Amazon, is trustable. Okay, I'll talk more about this later. And okay, when I first started doing Amazon, right, I actually is not doing it for myself. I'm doing the party service for a company in Taiwan, and they want to expand their customer base to overseas. They want to expand to US. So I got a few choices that time. I can choose Amazon, I can choose eBay, and I can choose to run an own website, okay, and doing marketing, doing advertisement in US and in other places. But at the end, I choose Amazon US. Okay, for the obvious reason is that the market is very big, it's very huge. Okay, for example, if you are selling if you are selling 10 units per month in Malaysia, you probably can sell more than 100 units in US, okay, or even more. So this is the market size. Okay, we can't avoid and we can't keep our eye closed. Okay, when we choose the marketplace, we want the biggest one, right? For example, Amazon, they have their website in Japan, in Europe, in UK, even in Singapore, okay, India and US, in Canada. Okay, but I have to be honest, I have not selling in Singapore. Okay, the reason is because of the market size compared to the US market size. If I were to do about the same work, why I want to pick Singapore compared to US? Okay, we have to go for the biggest one. How much B2C e-commerce export in Malaysia worth? To this one, SIDEC already covered that, and also I know all of us are going to, after we go through this MCO, we buy a lot. Even myself, okay, we shop a lot online, but this behavior is already happened long time ago in US. Okay, so and at the same time, the Amazon is biggest marketplace in US. Okay, they have a Walmart, they have eBay, just like we have a Lazada, we have Shopee, but Amazon in US is totally outstanding. Okay, back to this FBA fulfillment by Amazon. Okay, the biggest differences is that, hide this. Okay, in this for this FBA process, we as a seller, we only sell it. Okay, we list our product and we ship our product to the Amazon warehouse, and they will do the picking, they will do the packing, they will do the shipping, and they will do the customer service for the products as well. Unless the customer has a question on how your product works or need additional customer service on your products, okay, they will contact you directly. Other than that, for example, the common question, why is my shipment haven't arrived yet? When are you going to ship my shipment? Etc. Those questions will be direct to the Amazon customer service. So it saves us a lot of times. And the next one is there is no minimum requirement on how many units you need to send to fulfillment center. If you ship direct to customer, right, from let's say from Malaysia to US, okay, you got to ship one unit to each customer. But when you ship to fulfillment center, which means you are shipping in bulk, you ship like 10 units, 20 units, 30 units, or 50 units. It depends on your sales. Okay, we don't ship too many units over in one time. Maybe you can start with 10 units, and if we're able to sell them, you will ship more. Okay, but of course the shipping takes times. I used to ship with air. Okay, yeah. Another thing is you can not only you can ship from Malaysia, you can also ship direct from, let's say, China, okay, or let's say Europe. You can ship direct from Europe or China or any place that you're manufactured with, okay, direct to the Amazon warehouse in US. And another advantages is the FBA is that the product will be eligible for Amazon Prime free 2 days shipping. You know that Amazon has this Amazon Prime member, where the member pay for a fixed fees for a year, and then they will get free shipping for all their orders once they reach the requirement. So if your product is inside fulfillment by Amazon, you are automatically entitled for this free shipping program. So it's another advantages that you want to hook on. Okay, so if you look at the chart, you see save on fulfillment costs, reach out millions of Prime members, increase product visibility with Prime badge. Okay, all these things, these are the advantages of FBA. And next, we'll look at this with and without the FBA. Okay, we take a look at the without FBA as well first. Okay, because I'm also selling in Shopee and Lazada. Okay, so I understand how we works without the FBA, because we have to maintain the stuff. Okay, I have to train my staff to pick and pack and label and print everything and to ship. Okay, and the things I dislike most is that I have to own a warehouse. I have to rent a warehouse, right? Which means I have to pay the rental fees every month. Okay, and then we'll need to entertain the customer for the information. And also we need staff to handle the customer service and the returns and all these things. Now, with comparison to the FBA program, you have a minimum staff to maintain. For example, I've been working in Amazon for more than 8 years. Okay, my team is really small. Okay, I'm doing it myself over here, and I got a few staff are helping me. Okay, and then I have a team in China. I have a team in Europe. Okay, I call them a team. Is that they are not exactly under my company, but they are third-party service, which means I'm using a third-party service to do the jobs I need to be done, and then they will do the shipping. They will ship the products, ship my inventory from the manufactured location to the US. Okay, so I don't consider those are the stuff I need to maintain. So these are the third-party service that I pay, and I'm using their service. Okay, this is very important because I noticed that when I start growing my local shop here, taking care of the stuff is one thing, and I noticed that the capex, okay, the fees I need to maintain everything is getting more and more, and I feel like I got more works to work on, but getting back the same result, or it's not increased at the right proportional that I'm expecting. Okay, and the next one is another good thing about Amazon is that most of the customers they will get the information from the listing page, review and Q&A. This is something that I hope that our local marketplace can improve, right? Because most of the time when you look at the question and answer or the reviews of our local products here, majority are talking about if they ship it in time, they will get 5 stars, right? But that's nothing to do with the product itself. Okay, so the review, the feedback should be based on the product itself. That what I'm seeing in Amazon is that people review it and review your products, and they don't mind answer some questions. So basically, I don't get much question for my products every month. Okay, it's like one or two in a week time. Yeah, it's really really small amount. And also the Amazon will handle the customer service and the return, or return label, rebuild printing, all these things. It will handle by Amazon customer service. As long as you subscribe to the FBA program and you sell your product under the FBA program. Another thing is that when we look at this when I worked with Amazon, I started in US, right? I told you guys. And after a few years, I actually expanded to UK and Europe. Okay, when in the Europe, I sent my inventory to UK. Okay, and it's not only fulfilling the UK orders, it can also fulfill the Germany order, France order, actually the Europe. Okay, all not all, but most of the active Europe countries. Same as the Amazon US. When I ship my products to Amazon.com, which is in US, okay, I got my listing there, and I start selling in US. The customers from Canada, from Mexico, they can actually purchase my products as well, which means all these things are done at the back end. Okay, I need to do a few configuration that I agree to sell on them and how much I want to sell on these countries, and Amazon will handle the rest. Because the inventory, my products is already in Amazon warehouse in the US. So if there's an order from Canada, they will pick and pack and ship to Canada. Same goes to Mexico, right? It's all, I don't have to send, I don't have to ship my inventory to several countries. It's only in one country, in US, and they will fulfill the orders from different countries. Okay, another one is, another one I want to talk about is that the Amazon Japan is also a very huge market. In fact, my sales in Amazon Japan is bigger than my sales in Europe. Okay, that I eventually, right now, I don't operate in Europe anymore. For Amazon Japan, in Asia Pacific, Amazon China, I have not started, but Amazon Australia, yes, I started before. Also, I closed down the operation there. Okay, the reason is that the market is, Australia is big, but the market is not big. Okay, the population is not big, which means when I ship like 10 units or 20 units to the Amazon warehouse in Australia, it might take a few months to fulfill all my inventories. So I doesn't like that way. Okay, because when I ship over, I want to ship in bulk. I don't want to ship 1 unit, 2 units, or few units, and then every week or every month I need to resend again. That's not my way of working. Okay, so I'm still focused on, right now I'm focused on Amazon US and also Amazon Japan. Okay, I'm telling you about the benefits of using Amazon FBA, but I will tell you, now I'm telling you more about my experience, okay? If you started today compared to what I started like 8 years ago, okay, today you already have your local marketplace to do your experiments. Okay, when I started 8 years ago, I don't have Lazada here, I don't have Shopee here, so I actually take a big step that I directly, partly because it's not my business, I'm doing a third-party service for another company in Taiwan, right? So they have the funding there, and they're willing to take the chance, and therefore we started the Amazon business. But for you today, you're already familiar with the local business, the interface, the marketplace. So you have these advantages, right? You know how these things works. And also, as of today, there are a lot of grants that are available for you to go and grab. For example, the grant from Matrix, okay, the grant from SIDEC, and also the Amazon New Seller Incentive, all these things. Even for what I'm talking right now, okay, the event, the webinar, all these things, I don't have it like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, okay, but it's all happening right now. And it's like every month you have 1 or 2 session webinar that you can attend. And also you have YouTube to go and learn everything about things you want to learn. And next most important thing, actually, I think this is the most important thing next to the FBA is that the data, okay? When you want to sell something, okay, let's say you are selling really good this mug, okay, drinking mug in Malaysia, okay, but when you want to sell in foreign country, you need to understand their behavior. Okay, you need to research your products, your potential customer, and how to reach them, right? Because something that is selling good in Malaysia doesn't mean it will sell good in US or in the marketplace you intend to penetrate. And especially not just the product behavior, it also depends on the keywords. For example, what you are calling or what you are searching over here might not be the keywords they are searching in the US. So you need to be careful with all these things and make use of the data and make use of the software or the services available for all this information. And the next one I want to highlight is that you want to make use of the infrastructure available. Okay, for example, the Amazon FBA. Okay, imagine you are a seller in Lazada, you are a seller in Shopee. Okay, and if Lazada or Shopee offer similar service, okay, would you take it or not? Okay, I'm sure you will take it because you ship the products to their warehouse and they fulfill everything for you. It's simple, right? Instead of every day you wake up and get your stuff to pack and print and ship all these things. Okay, now you ship in bulk 100 units to Lazada warehouse and they will fulfill one by one for you. Okay, that's amazing, right? So this facility, this infrastructure is already available in Amazon FBA. So there's I don't see a reason not to use it unless, okay, unless your product is very expensive and it's very fragile and you want to handle with care and you can't afford to ship in multiple units to their warehouse. Yeah, in that case, okay, maybe you need to you have to do it fulfill from your own place. But if you ask me, even for that kind of case, I would ship in bulk to the local infrastructure in US, which means a third-party service in US, so that I can get that product to fulfill from US. It's not fulfilled from Malaysia. Because, for example, if I'm visiting Lazada, I'm seeing a product that shipped from US and it take about 1 week or 2 weeks to reach me, I probably find alternative, right? Okay, this connects to what I mentioned just now, the third-party service. Okay, the third-party warehouse, you can find third-party warehouse in US, yes. And you can find third-party prep service. When I say prep service, it means the service to prepare your product. Because every time when your manufacturer manufactures something, right, is inside, maybe they give you the packaging is inside a box, okay? But in order to ship to FBA, you will need to have a specific label on your box. So like the Amazon know that, okay, this is a Nike shoe in a box, a new Nike shoe, sell under seller ABC, okay? Because maybe there's another seller also selling the same Nike shoe, same model, same size, but it's a different seller. So every different seller, every different product, you will have a different barcode. So you will need to use this third-party prep service to prepare your products before you ship into Amazon. And on top of that, since I mentioned, for example, Nike, right? Yes, you can sell Nike in US. Okay, it doesn't have to it doesn't means you must sell your own brand. You can sell other people's products. Okay, for example, Nike shoe. But bear in mind that before you do that, you want to check and you want to test if you can sell it or not. Because for example, let's use back the Nike shoes example. Okay, Nike shoes you can sell by different parties, but it might be already gated. When I use the word gated, means there's a gate there. You need to apply. Okay, you need to apply for it, and if you get authorized, then only you can sell. Okay, but there are several requirements and different information on different requirement for different products. So before you want to sell something, you want to sell on some other people's products, make sure you go and test it out. You're going to apply and see if you can sell or not. If you cannot sell, okay, you insist you want to sell, then you've got to find a way. Otherwise, you move on to other products. Okay, next one is you make use of software. Okay, for example, the feedback tracking, the inventory planning, the restock planning, the pricing control, messaging, etc. Okay, one of the most important software I want to use is the pricing control, where I can control my price and when to increase my price, when to lower my price to beat my competitors, all these things, right? And also the restock planning, because from Malaysia we ship to US, it takes like if you're using Express, it takes like 3 to 5 days. Okay, but after 5 days, it's arrived in the Amazon warehouse. It doesn't mean it's ready to sell, because Amazon staff have to scan each of these inventory and have to put in the right rack. Okay, it totally takes I think around 10 days. Okay, but especially during the Christmas season or holiday season, where people buys a lot, it's not only you that ship to Amazon. Okay, all sellers around the world will ship to Amazon US, and that will slow them. That will increase the period. Okay, increase the timing. That's why you need to have a proper restock planning to avoid that your products, your popular products, are out of stock and you're losing money. Yeah, and the last one is yeah, like I mentioned before, you got to think from a local market perspective. I need to check my. Okay. Okay, now I'm Yingli, you want me to go through the I finished my slides. Yingli, you want me to go through the chat and doing the Q&A right now?
Yeah, I think we can. So for the chat box, we don't have any Q&A coming in, but in the chat message, there is a few that coming in. I have consolidated in the document. I can just fresh them out for your.
Never mind, I can go to the chat box and okay, I'll go from the bottom, right? Okay, the name of the software that you use for research. Okay, I'm using merchant words. Yeah, I think so. Okay, everything I type, everything I share, you should go and Google it. Okay, and look for the alternative, look for the competitors, and check the features, because I might not spell correctly. Okay, merchant words is a keywords software. Okay, it's a service that you can go and check how many the keywords being searched in the Amazon. Okay, of course we want as much as possible. Okay, for shipping, I'm using FedEx. But I heard that Aramax is offering a better rate. But the thing is, I also heard some. To be honest, I also heard some not so positive feedback from other users. So I stick with my FedEx at the moment. What products sell well in Japan? Okay. Like I said, you should go and check out the merchant words, check the keywords, what people are searching, and a lot of products are selling well in Japan. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the second or third largest marketplace in the world. Okay, after US. So Japan market is very big, and yeah, when it's big means a lot of products are selling relatively good. Okay, and the next one is the fake reviews. I encountered that before, but I don't give much attention to it. Okay, because I don't think that is my job to go and tackle it. In fact, Amazon is doing a lot to tackle all these fake review things, so I leave it to Amazon. Okay, I think somewhere last year or early this year, we heard or you read about that a lot of companies from China, that sellers from China they're being blocked from the Amazon, or the shop being closed down, something like that. Okay, that's probably due to fake reviews. Okay, so Amazon is doing their job to maintain the integrity of the Amazon of all their products. So I will leave it to Amazon, and I won't purposely go and do something about it. Okay, there's one question is, wouldn't it be shipping to US so costly to operate? Okay. Okay, okay, this is one common question, but also very funny question, right? Before MCO, when I ship using FedEx to US, it's around 400 ringgit for 20 kilos. Okay. After MCO, after all these COVID issues, the fees increased to around 700, 800, almost double up. Okay, but I'm still able to operate. Okay, the thing is, the answer is that it's not only happened to us, it's not happened to you and me, it happens to everyone in the world. So basically, inflation happened, and the products they used to buy at maybe $20 now become $25. So the $5 go to logistics. Okay, so that means they're paying more for the same things. We are not making more, but we still able to make a life, right? And also you have to be careful when you choose your products, right? You can't, because when you sell in Amazon, when you sell in this FBA, there's always a minimum fulfillment fees. It's like when you ship in Malaysia, okay, the shipping fee minimum is 5 ringgit or something. So you can't sell something very cheap, right? You can't sell an eraser that costs $2, right? It doesn't make sense. So perhaps you can bundle up to sell 10 eraser at $20. And now that makes sense, because $20 minus up the, let's say, $5 fulfillment fees and all other fees, maybe you make about $4, right? Now that makes sense, right? So you have to choose the right products, and if your products is popular, but it's very cheap, very tiny value, you can consider bundle up. Yeah, another thing is that if your product is not moving fast and you incur warehouse fees, is it making us loss? Of course, you are making loss, right? It's the same. It's like you are renting a warehouse over in Malaysia and you are not selling fast enough. Of course, you have to pay the rental fees. But I have to say that this is why when we use all those services, all those data, we analyze before we sell them, right? We analyze, we make sure this product can sell. And if this product can sell, still you are not selling, then maybe it's your product issue, or it's your listing page issue, or it's your keywords issue. Your listing page is not attractive enough, your images, right? All those things. So the warehouse fee is actually a very minimum compared to right now. Let's say you have to rent a warehouse in Malaysia, right? It will be a few thousand, but I never get charged for a few hundred, even for a few hundreds warehouse fee from Amazon every month. No, the fee is very minimal, and they only start charging if your product didn't sell fast enough, like stack in the but like stay in the warehouse like more than 1 month or something like that. Then only they start charging you. Okay, and the fee is really minimum compared to what you have to pay for rentals. Okay, I think I cover enough the questions. Okay, I got one question in the Q&A. Is that how to handle hijacker of your hot selling products? Okay, if your products is a branded, it's your own brand, then you have to go through the brand registry program in Amazon that will give you a brand, that will give you as a brand ownership. Okay, and for that, they can't hijack your listing, right? Unless you're selling someone else's products. Okay, then you might get hijacked. Okay, for the word hijack, I won't use hijack. You might face competitors lah. Like people already selling and you go sell others people products, you are also a competitor, right? So if you are selling good and people come over and start selling again, and of course they are your competitor, and you have to handle it nicely. I don't have any specific product range in Amazon, but the lowest value I sell is $8.90. Okay, $8.99. I don't, like I mentioned earlier, I don't want to sell too low value products because there are so many fees to cover. It doesn't make sense. Okay, but I did sell some products that worth more than 100 USD, 200 USD. So you can cover any kind of product range as long as your products have buyer and you make profit from it, right? So there is no specific product range or price range. What happened when client return your products? Okay, yeah, you're right, it's very expensive to send back to Malaysia. Okay, so the process is that, let's say you're selling you're selling 100 units of one product in US. Okay, you got 5% reject or return. Okay, so you got 5 units left. And Amazon will have this program called liquidation, okay, which they will liquidate your product at the lowest price, not to say lowest price, like as a minimum fees. Minimum fees and minimum value is like, I think it's around 3 to 5% of your product fees, product price. Okay, so you can either option one, you liquidate them if they are still sellable. Okay, and secondly, you can ship out to a third-party warehouse. Okay, what I do is I usually ship to another warehouse in Texas, US. Okay, the third-party service, and I keep my products there. I keep my return products there. And after I accumulate like maybe 3 months or 6 months, it got a certain volume, then only I ship them bulk back to Malaysia. Okay, but that also depends, because sometimes it's just not worth shipping back to Malaysia. Then I'll just ask my third-party service to liquidate them, see how much they can sell, they can get from them, and just get it back. Otherwise, you have no choice but to throw it away. Okay, Jackie, is it? You can't sell bulky item to Amazon. Yes, you can sell bulky item. Okay, but you have to cover the shipping fees lah. For example, let's say you can manufacture a barbecue set, okay, outdoor barbecue set at a very low cost, and you can ship there and you can sell at a high price. Then why not, right? You can, as long as your products cost. I did share a calculation roughly in top of the chat box. You can take a look. Okay, after you calculate everything, and if you still make profit, why not? Yeah, you can sell it. Yingli, you want to do some countdown, like last 3 questions or things like that?
I think in terms of we are overrun by like 10 minutes, so we just take one last questions and we will end our sessions. Is that okay, Casey?
Yeah. Okay.
Just take the last one.
Yeah, I'll take market line questions. Okay, as being a starter, what are your suggestions? What things to sell? Okay. You know, when I start selling this, I start working on sports equipment. Okay, the thing is, why? Because I like sports. Okay, so I suggest you pick on something that is your hobby. Okay, because when you are choosing something related to your hobby and you like doing it, okay, I like to research bicycles, right? You like to research bicycles and bicycle parts and all these things. You won't feel like wasting your time, and you're willing to spend more time to go and research it, right? When you're willing to spend more time to research it and you already got enough knowledge on that certain particular category, it's become your advantages, right? When you start selling, you know what to sell, you know what people want, okay, what kind of bicycle people looking for, and what kind of tires that people like, okay, what is the benefit of this tire compared to that tire, right? All this information, if you are not in hobby, you have no interest in that category, you won't spend time on it. So my suggestion is that find something you like. Okay, if you like planting, okay, I know there's one seller in Malaysia selling seeds to US, right? Seeds, plant seeds, and he's doing really well. Why? Because probably he himself already have a nursery in Malaysia, and he already selling this stuff for like 5 years, 10 years, right? He know everything in and out. So you find something you like and something you're familiar with, you're willing to spend time on it, and that's how you get started, right? Right. Thank you, everyone. And I'll pass it back to Yi, and I hope to see you guys again, right?
Yep. So thank you everyone for your time for today's sessions, and we are overrun by 10 minutes. We hope that you find these sessions very useful, and we will have a second series together with SIDEC for next month again on 16th June to talk about more about the world's first payment services together with the FBA deep dive. Yeah, so please do join us if you want to learn more about FBA and payment services. On top of that, I would like to share with you there is another sessions on tomorrow that we will have the seller clinics that you can chat with. You can further chat with Casey or other our Amazon seller. You just hit to our Facebook page and sign up from there. Thank you very much and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, everyone.
Hey. Ying Li, can you keep this session on for another 5 minutes, right?
Okay.
Okay. Let me share the Facebook group that we are on.
Oh, the community one.
Yes.
We have
Okay.
posted earlier in the chat box already.
Oh, okay. This is the community, okay, where we have quite a few ambassadors over here from Singapore, from Malaysia, from Philippines. Okay, they are here to help, so but don't expect them to answer all your questions and immediately, or because we are all not getting paid by Amazon. Okay, we are doing is to share our knowledge and share our experience, right? Another thing is Ian Kwan is asking what is the percentage fees of the fulfillment? Fulfillment is based on how the size of your products. If your product is bulky, definitely the fulfillment fee is very expensive, right? And the affiliate fees is what fees is how Amazon make earning. Okay, for each item, each sales you make, they will charge you certain fees. For let's say sports categories, they charge around 15%. And for fashion, clothing, I think they charge more than that. Okay, and for certain category, maybe they charge 5% or 10%. It depends on category.
Okay, we just end here.
Yeah, go ahead. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
enjoy.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks, Iwan.
Thank you to Casey. Thank you, Elaine.
Bye.